Welcome to the Friday Five. This is number 13, lucky number 13, which we don't care about that because we don't do superstitions here. So today's topic is, what is it? Who said these words? Who said the following words? That's the topic. And the thing about this one is there's just so many to choose from. So we've got 5, and let's see how you do. Number 1, who said, "Here am I, send me"? Moses, Isaiah, Jeremiah, or Samuel? 3 seconds. And the answer is Isaiah. Isaiah. So we see this in chapter 6 of Isaiah, verse 8. In fact, in chapter 6, we see the calling of Isaiah as a prophet and the vision of God and His holiness. And God says, "Whom shall I send? Who will go for us?" And Isaiah says, "Here am I. Send me." Number 2, who said, "You are the man"? Is it Samuel, Nathan, Elijah, or Isaiah? 3 seconds. Yeah, the answer is Nathan, the prophet Nathan. When he confronts David over Bathsheba, chapter 2 of Samuel, 2 Samuel chapter 12, verse 7. So 2 Samuel chapter 12, and David has sinned with Bathsheba. And Nathan goes and tells the story of a rich man who had many flocks and a poor man who had one little lamb who he loved. And the rich man had a guest come over, and he didn't take from his own flock, but he took the poor man's little lamb and killed it and cooked it up. And David says that anybody who does that should die. That man must repay this. And Nathan says, "You are the man." All right. Number 3. Who said, "For I know that my Redeemer lives"? Beautiful song. I can't say that verse without thinking of that beautiful song. Forget who sang it. Maybe you guys know. All right. David, Isaiah, is it Job, or is it Jeremiah? 3 seconds on the clock. So the answer is Job. Yeah, Job. We see this in chapter 19, verse 25, in the midst of that long dialogue with his 3 friends who have come to sit with him in his misery. And it's interesting how Job vacillates from just complete despair, even to the point of accusing God of unfairness, of accusing him of targeting him, but also vacillating to the other side of hope. And we see here this light of hope in Job's words. "I know that my Redeemer lives." Job never let go, and he never cursed God, and he never stopped holding on, to God, desiring to have that relationship restored and to see God, to know God, to meet with God. And we too can say that as well, can't we? I know that my Redeemer lives. As believers, we have been redeemed. All right, so number 4. Who said, "If I perish, I perish"? Is it Ruth, Esther, Paul, or is it Peter? And 3 seconds on the clock. Yeah, and the answer is Esther. Esther. And of course, this is the story of Haman with his plot to destroy the Jews, and Mordecai says, "You must go speak to the king," and which could lead to her death if she's uninvited and he doesn't present the golden scepter. But she says, "Hey, if I perish, I perish." And number 5, this will be fill in the blank, so no multiple choice here. Who said, "Lord, to whom shall we go? You have the words of eternal life"? And this was a disciple. It was Peter. And this is in chapter 6 of John. Jesus has just given a very difficult teaching in Capernaum, talking about drinking his blood and eating his flesh, obviously talking spiritually about trusting in him and his atoning death. And yet Many fell away. And he looks at the disciples and says, do you also want to go away? And Simon Peter says, Lord, to whom shall we go? You have the words of eternal life. And of course, Jesus not only has the words, but he is himself eternal life. Well, I hope you found this helpful. Please leave a comment if you did, and like and subscribe.